the People versus Thomas Montgomery. Can I get appearances?
Matt, please, on behalf of probation.
May it please the Honorable Court, Delamugni, P number 85374, here on behalf of Thomas Montgomery. Please say your name for the record.
Thomas Montgomery.
All right, so we're here today for a probation violation allegation. This is a fourth technical violation, which means you could get the full jail time on this case. At this point, I'm not limited in any way in the amount of jail time you could get. You could get the full 93 days on this, minus whatever you've already served. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. The allegation is that you failed to attend Badver's intervention as scheduled and were terminated from the program due to absences. And then there's also the show cause fee assessed and a balance of $435. You understand the allegation against you?
Yes.
Counsel, did you go over your client's advice or rights form with them?
Yes, Your Honor, we did.
Okay. And I have this signed in date advice or rights form here.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, so how's your client proceeding with respect to this allegation?
So, Your Honor, we would love to accept responsibility for any violation that had occurred, but at this time, I think it's in his best interest to stand mute.
Okay, well, I'll enter a not guilty plea on his behalf. And we're gonna hold a hearing then?
Well, I'd just like to say a few words. I know that Matt had given his recommendation. We're okay with it, just minus one term. So if we could have a moment to discuss what that is with you, Your Honor, you can make that final decision.
Do you know how many times this guy's been in front of me for violating his probation?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm aware.
Okay, he's a problem.
Right.
And I just had to give him a few days in jail not that long ago. And he will not comply with court orders. Like, quite frankly, before you start allocating on his behalf, I want you to understand, or allocating on his behalf, I want you to understand that I think this is generous. Because if Mr. Keys would have wrote terminate probation, revoke 7694A, and give him 93 days in jail, I would have found that to be an incredibly reasonable recommendation. So I want you to know that before you continue. I think that this is probably about the most lenient recommendation I've ever seen by Mr. Keys. But go ahead.
So, Your Honor, I completely respect all the things you told Thomas and I right here, and we very much so respect Matt for the recommendation that he'd given us. Now, the only reason that I have any issue with it is the 1 day in jail. I know you probably want to cut me off and scream at me, but today I'm not just standing in front of you as Tom's attorney. Today I'm standing in front of you as his childhood friend, somebody who I went to high school with, somebody who I played football with growing up. I know this kid personally. I know that at a human level, he's a God-fearing, hardworking, and smart kid.
Did you read the allegations? Did you read what he pled guilty to? Did you read the facts of this case?
Yes,
Okay, I just want to make sure.
And as a criminal defense attorney, and as you who worked in criminal defense, you know that just because people make mistakes in life doesn't necessarily make them evil. They're not inherently evil.
I agree with that.
And knowing Tom on a personal level and growing up with him as a kid and knowing who his family is, they are a well-respected family. And they love him so much. They're here today in the stands. His father, his mother, and his fiance, the mother of his future child, was pregnant, all came out to support him today. Your Honor, I've had people who are being sentenced for heinous.
Who's the fiance or the girlfriend that's pregnant?
Could you please raise your hand to stand up for the court?
What, Your Honor? What's your name?
Brianna Lewis.
Your Honor,
The victim on this case. Okay, go on.
Your Honor, I've had people being sentenced for heinous crimes, facing years in jail, and zero family came to support. He's here for a probation violation, and his entire support system came out to see him. He has people who love him and care for him and will keep him in check. Your Honor.
Then why didn't they make sure he went to these visits?
Sure.
I mean, like, he's got one thing he has to do. Like, listen, you pled guilty to a domestic violence with a particularly, in my opinion, egregious offense. It wasn't like you threw someone's phone at them. That's not what the allegation here was. And you had a very limited amount of things that I ordered you to do. And you got the benefit, sir, of not getting a criminal conviction on your record for beating on a girl, on a woman. You didn't get a criminal conviction for that. That's the deal. You got this sweet deal from the prosecutor where you do not end up with a conviction on your record saying that you're a woman beater. And all you have to do is comply with what I asked you to do. And it wasn't like I set out some list of unobtainable goals. I didn't. Mr. Keys, can you find me I need you up here for a sec.
Yes. The orders.
Let's see, you had 12 months of probation. You couldn't use drugs, alcohol, or controlled substances, which you did. You've been violated for that. You weren't to have any assaultive contact with Brianna Lewis. I don't know of any of that. You couldn't have weapons or firearms. You had to keep a job. You had to go for treatment and follow recommendations. You had to, which you were already doing. This was something you were doing outside of what I just said you have to keep doing what you're doing, right? You were already seeing somebody. I said you got to keep going. You got to keep seeing them. You have to go to batterers counseling. You have to do 5 days of community service. You had to get fingerprinted, and you had to comply with the payment plan. So literally, you can't have guns, you can't beat people up, you can't do drugs, continue going to your therapy, and go to this one class and do 5 days of community service. That's what I mandated. Does that sound reasonable to you, counsel?
It's completely
It
reasonable.
seems so incredibly reasonable. And he can't do it. He cannot get through this.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can keep going, but if he's entering a not guilty plea and we're setting a hearing, the only issue we're discussing is bond.
Sure. So then how about this? At this point, we'd like to withdraw that not guilty plea. We'd like to accept responsibility for it, but I would like to continue to sort of help you.
Well, if you want to allocate on his behalf, I want to take the plea,
Sure.
and then you can go on.
Okay.
But I think I've expressed my frustration with him and his refusal to comply with the most basic of court orders. So, okay, sir, do you understand everything that's going on here today, Mr. Montgomery?
Yes.
You understand that it's your fourth technical violation, and I could give you up to 93 days in jail. There's a recommendation from probation that I not do that. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. You understand all of these rights that you went over with your counsel on this advice of rights form?
Yes.
All right, and did you sign and date the back of it?
I did.
You understand if you enter a plea of guilty, you're gonna be waiving these hearing rights. There will be no hearing of any kind.
Yes.
We're not gonna have a hearing. Matt's not gonna testify that he talked to someone over at the batterers intervention place. I mean, we're not gonna call anyone in to testify. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And you'd be waiving the hearing rights. Your attorney's not gonna cross-examine them. None of that's going to happen. You understand all of that?
Yes.
How do you plead to the allegation that you failed to attend batterers intervention as scheduled?
Guilty.
Were you terminated from the program due to absenteeism?
Yes.
All right, I'm satisfied with the plea. Go ahead, counsel.
Your Honor, I first of all, I apologize for riling you up a little bit. But as I was saying
The
earlier,
minute I saw what the violation was, I was riled up because I'm so sick of seeing Mr. Montgomery on the most basic probation violations ever, but go ahead.
well, this is going to be the last time you see him. And he promised me that. And typically, I can never come in as an officer of the court. I can never come in and advocate for my client and say that I know that this time is different because I don't know them. This is different. I know Tom. I've known Tom for a long time now. And to see him fall down this road, it's hurting me, but I know it's not him. And he wants to change. And the moment he walked into my office, and the moment he looked me in the eye, he told me, Abdullah, I'm going to be a father. My wife is pregnant. My fiance is pregnant. I'm going to be a father. I want to turn this around for her. He said, I got a job at Avis now. He said, I work 5-6 days a week now. He said, everything I'm doing is for this child that's going to come into this world. He said, I'm on my way to getting health insurance. I'm 26-year-old. I'm no longer a dependent. I'm about to get my own health insurance. This is for my kid. If I serve any time in jail, I could lose my job, and that kid is going to end up going without the necessary means. Your Honor, I know you said a whole lot of things today about what he hasn't done, but I'll tell you what he has done. Sure, he's a struggling addict with alcohol and marijuana and other substances that he may not have disclosed to me, but he checked himself into NA and AA. Who does that? Who does that? How many people can walk up to you, Judge, and say, I checked myself and I know I have a problem. I know I'm an addict.
Is he going to meetings?
Yeah.
He has.
Are you logging them?
No, I have a sponsor. His name is William Moore. I've been going twice a week to the Salvation Army Center on Warren Road in Dearborn Heights.
For meetings?
Yes, for NA, and then I go to AA to virtual meetings.
Okay, show it to Matt. You're gonna have to start logging your meetings.
Okay.
All right.
So he's checked himself in, something that I never see. I have clients that are severely addicted and they refuse to admit they have a problem. For anybody to come forward, regardless of what they've done in the past, and say, I have a problem and I need help, is commendable. And I commend you for that. On top of it, as you stated, he's been meeting with his therapist approximately twice a week. She just gave us a letter. I'm not certain of the gender, but that person has given us a letter, which I have handed over to Matt, stating how far he's come, how far along he's come as a human being and as a person in general. And he's really on the right path. The path back to get on his feet and do the right things. Your Honor, he's completed all of his community service. Like you said, he's missed his DV course, but that ends here. The woman who runs the course told him, this is your last chance, and he said, that's all I want. Just one more chance to prove to myself, to prove to my fiance, to prove to my family, to prove to this course system that I don't want to walk back in here again. I'm going to go to every single course, and that's going to be that. But Your Honor, we beg of you. We beg of you. He made one mistake, and he takes complete.
No, okay. All right. I hear you. Listen. Here, is this the log, the absenteeism log? So he's been going to these classes since May. How many did he have to go to, Matt?
There's 26.
He went the first time. The second week he was absent. The third week was a holiday. The fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh week he was absent. The fifth week was a holiday, or the next week was a holiday. The next week he was absent. He went to his first class on July 15th, and then he was absent. And then he went to second, third, fourth, and fifth class, and then he was absent, went to sixth class, and then he was absent again. Like, that's not really a good faith effort. This is what I'm going to do. And I cannot be more clear to you, Mr. Montgomery. You're about to be a father. You know what's really bad for kids to learn? That people hit their spouses. Well, how are you going to raise a child when you put your hands on that child's mother? Think about it. You know what you're going to raise? A kid that's a bully and a kid that puts his hands on women. Do you understand that? Do you understand that kids do what they see? So all I want you to do is go to the class I told you to go to. And you're going to go to the class. Because if you don't go to this class and you don't finish this class, you are doing 93 minus whatever days in jail. Period. This is, if I see you one more time and it has to do with you missing these classes, period. That's it. Because the best thing I can do for you in this judicial system is try and help you become a better man by learning your triggers and learning ways to resolve your anger that don't end up with you putting your hands on that young woman. That's what we're going to do. And if you miss them and I hear from Matt and I see you again, bring your toothbrush. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir.
Don't bring shoelaces. Don't bring your phone, because when you come in front of me, we're going to have your little hearing and you're going right back there and you're going to Wayne County for 90 days. Yes, Judge, I understand, Judge.
Yes, Judge, I understand.
Good. I'm adopting the recommendation. I am proud of you for going to AA and NA. I mean, I think that's wonderful progress. But like, and I appreciate that. I run a treatment court. I think that's very important. But I'm not going to have you violating these orders when you got the benefit of not getting a conviction on your record. You should be thanking me every time you see me.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Keep this. Don't ruin your life. Go to these classes. This is not an option. This is the most important thing in your life right now, is not seeing my face again. We're gonna give him, when's probation up, Matt? Now.
It's December, I wanna say December.
It's coming up.
but
So I'm gonna give him extra probation because I don't have a choice, because you won't be able to finish the program on time. So we'll extend probation by 6 months. You're gonna continue with all previously ordered terms of deferred sentence. We're gonna close once everything's been done, and I mean, there has to be some sort of sanction, right? This is all just saying, I'm gonna give you more time to do it, and then I'm gonna let you keep your status. What's the sanction? What's the punishment if he doesn't do a day in jail?
Give us community service, Your Honor.
How, has he done community service? Did he finish everything he had?
He's finished community service.
He's got 24 hours of community service to be done within 30 days. That's your day in jail. And if it's not done, Mr. Montgomery, I'm tired of seeing you. If I didn't get that across to you, I don't know what will. I am not trying to be mean to you. I'm trying to make you understand you found yourself in the criminal justice system, and there are expectations that you comply with judges' orders. You're not the boss here.